Throughout the history that makes up popular culture, there have been too many toxic couples that have become iconic. Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee, Bonnie and Clyde, Maria and Jose. But when it comes to childhood relationships, Stan and Wendy could be quite among the most toxic. Today we will see the times that Stan broke Wendy's heart regardless of the consequences, and I'm telling you, it gets ugly. Let's start with the softest one, the time that South Park Elementary School became obsessed with High School Musical, Elementary School Musical. The boys eat while planning to watch High School Musical 3, and while Cartman makes fun of Kenny's social class.
Look at Kenny's lunch, a bologna sandwich and water. God damn, your family's poor, dude.
As Cartman adds classism to his personality repertoire, across the lunchroom are Wendy and her friends who don't think they're pretty enough to date third grader Bridon Guillermo. But since High School Musical was all the rage at the time, Wendy starts a musical number to boost his self-esteem.
That's what being friends is about. Oh yeah, everyone is special in their own way, and we'll always be together.
What the hell are they doing?
There has never been so much coordination in a school since they started doing the mock shootings. The ones who are out of coordination are the kids, who are quick to start watching the High School Musical trilogy.
Well, I'm out, guys. If this is what's cool now, I think I'm done. I no longer have any connection to this world. I'm gonna go home and kill myself. Goodbye, friends.
Believe it or not, that's how I reacted when I saw those movies, but I don't deny it. I'm a Zac Efron fan. After seeing the movie, kids vowed to stay away from the School Musical craze. The next day, the boys are surprised that Cartman is still alive, but it wasn't for lack of trying.
I tried. Went to sleep in my mom's car in the garage with the engine turned on. But you didn't die? Freaking hybrids, man. They just don't do the trick anymore.
All right, kids in seats, kids in seats.
The invention of hybrid cars ruined the death of many. The company should be sued, as well as that guy from The Incredible. Mr. Garrison begins to give the day's lecture on the Berlin Wall, and Wendy considered that this event can be explained with a musical number. I have to say that at least they stopped Mr. Garrison from teaching the class. Later, Jimmy tries to get Stan to talk to Wendy because he fears he's about to lose her to this new guy. Stan accepts Jimmy's idea but ends up quite confused.
I'd never leave you for Bryden.
Really?
No way, that'd be stupid. I wouldn't have a chance with Bryden. He can be with any girl he wants.
Women always talk in codes even when they are so young. After the confusing conversation, Stan walks down the hallway where a musical number almost begins.
No, off, I'm not doing it.
What he does do is go and stand up to Bridon, who is a carbon copy of Zac Efron, who again I admire very much, but Stan discovers something shocking about the guy.
I don't blame them. All that singing and dancing, I can't stand it.
You don't like doing it?
It just isn't me. What I really want to do is just play basketball.
Of course, Stan takes advantage of this new information to take him away from Wendy and incite him to leave music and pursue his dream in sports. Of course, the boys' parents are opposed to this insurrection.
Basketball? No son of mine is going to be a sweaty little jock!
And let's just say he's too eagerly opposed.
I slap you! I slap you! I slap you! I'm slapping you silly cause you disrespected me!
Husbands like this make Randy look like the best man ever. The next day, Bridon returns to participate in Wendy's musical numbers, which makes Stan again motivate him to join the basketball team. When he does, he meets again the wall of his father and his fearsome slaps.
He's just a kid! You don't tell me how to raise my son, I'll slap it again!
Stan, seeing that his plan is not working, decides to try to get the kids to join the High School Musical wave. They reject him, and that is why Stan takes a somewhat drastic but really necessary measure.
We're from Child Protective Services. There's some concern you might be physically abusing your child. What? Who the hell's been saying that?
Stan didn't really count on the power of the slap.
Don't worry, bitch, I didn't forget about you. There's a slap for you! Slap, slap, slap! Yeah, there you go. Here's a little reach around the back of the head slap.
Oh God, please! You have to get away! He won't ever stop!
It's as if Matilda's parents don't want to get rid of Matilda. The next day, the chosen ones for the School Musical are released. Of course, Wendy stars in it with Bridon, and this causes Stan to disrespect what Wendy loves by doing a pitiful musical number.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to...
Just look at Wendy's little face. If that's not heartbreak, I really don't know what is. On the other hand, Bridon has reached his limit and has decided what every kid has thought about doing at some point, running away from home. What? They thought he was gonna say kill his parents? This is not a true crime series, although it is a series where that could very well happen.
Ow! Oh my god, what was that? Did you see that? Oh my god, it hurt so bad! Ah! What the H is going on?
I love happy endings, but wait, the chapter continues with Stan convincing the boys to do a musical number that will make Wendy forget how terrible Stan was. Of course, the boys object, but they are helpless when Stan presents the following argument.
If you think we'll gain any respect by ignoring this thing and being individuals, then think about this. Right now, everyone thinks Butters is way cooler than any of you.
That's a low blow, Stan.
Being less popular than Butters is an excellent motivator for the boys, but the one who is more motivated is Bridon, who is a huge hit in his debut with the team. Surprisingly, the father looks happy about it, but because he discovers that basketball has fans who sing all game along. The ones who don't break are the kids who perform a musical number that makes the school not want to sing anymore.
But the girls like singing and dancing.
No, I think the girls just like that Bryden kid, no matter what he does.
But, no, wait, we just got good at this. Oh.
And even though she's done everything to win Wendy back after a dreadful musical number that broke her heart, Wendy decides to live with Bridon, and to be honest, I'm glad Cartman didn't kill himself. He looked so funny singing. Now let's look at the time Wendy and Stan debated whether the South Park flag was racist. Chef goes nanners. The chapter begins with a heated debate between Jimbo and Chef in the city hall. They argue with the mayor about whether or not to change the flag that represents the city of South Park. Of course, the mayor is tired of this issue.
All right, Chef, I'll have my assistants hold up the flag, and you tell me what exactly you find racist about it.
As you might expect, the South Park flag is the most racist flag there is, and of course, all the white people on the scene don't realize that. But fortunately, Chef is not going to give up. On the other hand, at South Park Elementary School, substitute teacher Garrison proposes to the kids to organize a debate on whether or not to change the flag. The kids don't like the idea because Cartman always wins the debates.
Cartman doesn't always win. He just gets pissed off and goes home, so we can't debate anymore.
Typical debate winning strategy. I even use it before the debate itself begins.
Oh yeah? Well, screw you guys. I'm going home. Told ya.
I'm just going to point out how easy it was for them to escape from the school and how easy it was for Jimbo to convince Stan and Carl to support not changing the racist flag.
You boys go make me proud now and win that debate. Chris Peterson! Don! Damn it, we missed him again.
Chef does the same by convincing Wendy and her friends, but unfortunately, he can't get the rest of the citizens to support him.
Look, Chef, you know I'm not a racist, but, I just don't really feel strongly one way or another about the flag.
Well, all right, Marge. You're entitled to your own opinion. That's how it is in this town. I haven't gotten one signature on this damn sheet, and I've been here all day.
We'll march with you, Chef.
When it comes to changing what's wrong with the system, Randy disappears. But when it comes to torching his clitoris in front of millions of girls, he's the first to do it. How I love him, but how I hate him. Once the teams are formed in the school, the captains of the two sides are elected, and of course, there are different opinions, but only one broken heart.
Save it for the debate, Wendy. Now I'm going to assign the debate leaders. Who wants to lead the flag should stay the way it is team?
Me. Stan, how could you be so insensitive?
What, dude? I don't see anything wrong with that flag.
How is it possible that this relationship has lasted so long? Fortunately for Wendy, the person who has won the most debates in her life has arrived.
No!
Poor Wendy. But also poor Chef when he learns of his best friend's betrayal.
Well, that figures you don't, because your cracker-ass parents turned you into little cracker-ass cracker racists. I never thought I'd live to see this many of the people I considered friends turn against me.
Wow, 2 hearts have already been broken in this episode. Fortunately, Wendy's not going to stand idly by even when she has put up with Cartman stealing her captaincy and turning the debate into a fight to discredit Stan and Kyle.
Cartman, we can't just attack Stan and Kyle's credibility. We need to present our side of the debate.
You're right, we'll need to look like we've prepared a case too, so that they look all the weaker. Good plan. So, what's the issue again?
The South Park flag!
And while Wendy has to deal with Eric, the mayor has to deal with massive protests in front of City Hall organized by Chef and Jimbo. Luckily, a poll has been taken to decide what to do.
Well, I think the flag is racist, but then again, it is part of our history.
Well, I guess the flag is part of history, but I can see how it is racist.
I think it is history. I think it is racist.
Unfortunately, the opinion of the people of South Park is worthless. Later, things heat up when Cartman's family shows up.
Hello, brother. We're here to support your noble cause.
I know it's not Cartman's family, but he could easily be the leader and a good one. Who is not such a good leader is the mayor, who has a proposal to decide what to do.
Mayor, the South Park Elementary children are discussing the flag issue in their debate club on Friday.
We could use the debate as an excuse to hold a vote on the issue.
This is exactly how all political issues should be resolved. Let the children decide. They shall have a better use of logic than any debate of any political party. Back at the library, but this time at the Jewish library, Stan and Kyle organized their team to develop the best argument for the flag to stand, also humiliating Kenny for being poor.
I know your family's poor, but you can't just eat an entire bowl of mints for dinner. So cool.
Racist and classist Tim, how come Cartman is on the other team? Continuing, Carl asks his father his opinion about the flag, and like any good South Park citizen, he doesn't have a clear opinion. What he does know is that Kenny didn't eat a bowl of mints, but 60 antacids, so he...
What?
That was a good one.
The racist team mocks the fact that a white member has exploded. Maybe they're not so much racist as insensitive scumbags. Also insensitive and racist are the KKK, who continue to protest at City Hall while the people of South Park give their opinion about the Klan.
Well, I for one believe in freedom of speech. But then again, I think they are racist.
Well, I believe that they are racist, but I do believe in...
Out to hell with all of you indecisive bastards.
As my grandmother used to say, there is nothing worse than a lukewarm person. The ones getting warm are Wendy and Cartman as they work on the argument for the debate.
Weird. Okay. Now let's say that first we talk about the history of the flag. We can show that the...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Look what you're doing, Stan. You got Wendy into a possible relationship full of racism, anti-Semitism, and classism. Well, to be honest, Cartman is going to love Wendy more than Stan himself. Later in the evening, the KKK holds one of its characteristics meetings while Jimbo watches and plans how to remove Klan support because people, although racist, do not want to be associated with the most feared racists.
Alright, man. We've got to be careful. These are mean, evil men we're dealing with.
Okay.
Damn it, Dan, doesn't that thing have a volume control?
On the other hand, on the same night, Wendy dreams about Cartman and not in the form of nightmares, no matter how much she wakes up scared.
Oh God, please don't let this be happening.
All things aside, Cartman is a real sweetheart. I spent a day at the library with Wendy and I made her heart go wild, unlike Stan, who breaks it every chance he gets. Following the Klan meeting, Jimbo gets them to switch to Chef's side so that public opinion will go against the position of changing the flag because the Klan is not good publicity. But in doing so, Jimbo loses a valuable friend.
Oh, Jesus, the wrong chef. This isn't what it looks like. You gotta listen to us.
I ain't gonna listen to nothing. This whole cracker-ass town can kiss my ass.
Ned, I'm starting to think that maybe history ain't worth defending sometimes.
Why do you reflect only when they took things to the extreme? The one who is about to take things to the extreme is Wendy when she confesses to BB that she has feelings for Cartman. Of course, BB shows her dislike for Eric but decides to support her. The next day in the school gymnasium, the teams prepare for the debate in front of a large audience. Wendy is the first to pass, but she can't concentrate on saying the argument, so she decides to...
Oh God, could you all excuse me for a moment?
There we can see how Stan's heart breaks into 1,000 pieces. As much as I like good Stan, he deserves it. Even so, the debate continues. Wendy finally manages to concentrate and deliver her team's argument as best as she can. Too bad we can't say the same for Stan and Kyle.
Okay, and Kyle and Stan's team, your main point?
Stan Stan has no way to recover from that. But hey, if Kenny recovers every time he dies, Stan can recover from watching his girlfriend kiss Cartman in front of the whole town. Carl makes the argument as best as he can, but still fails to convince Jeff until he discovers the reason why the kids don't think the flag is racist.
Yeah, but the color of someone's skin doesn't matter.
Well, of course it matters when... Oh my God. Wait a minute. You children didn't even see the flag as a black man being hanged by white people, did you?
No.
And just like that, the debate ends because the racist team had not even realized that the flag was racist, which touches Jeff, who makes a great reflection.
I'm sorry, children. I was wrong about you, but I still think the flag needs to be changed. But now I realize that I almost let racism turn me into a racist.
How nice to see how people reconcile. The one who will probably never reconcile is poor Stan.
Oh, sweet dude. I don't think we have to do this stupid debate now. Stan?
Later, the mayor presents the new city flag, which is less racist and more inclusive.
Wait, I don't get it. Oh, see? There's people of all colors. And they added a black guy as one of the hangers too, so it's not racist.
And just like that, South Park ends racism. Wendy mends her broken heart, Stan recovers from shock, and everyone celebrates but Cartman. It doesn't end well.
I can't believe how right Baby was about feeling under pressure with somebody. As soon as it was over, all my feelings for you just vanished.
Oh, yeah, totally.
I'm totally back to normal. See you later.
Yeah, see you later. Oh.
As women are, when a man breaks their heart, they go and break more than one. Poor chubby guy, but still Eric is not the only one affected when Stan breaks Wendy's heart, so let's watch the next episode, Tom's Rhinoplasty. The chapter opens in a classroom when Wendy proposes to Stan to go on a fictitious Valentine's Day cruise. Of course, Cartman, before Wendy broke his heart, had certain comments about Stan and Wendy's relationship.
Shut up, Cartman! That is so lame!
A few seasons later, he will be crying because he won't have Wendy to go on fictitious cruises. Continuing, the school principal announces that Professor Garrison will not be teaching for a while because of a medical emergency. The kids are happy because they think they will have days off, but they are sad because they are introduced to the substitute teacher, although they are not sad for long.
Whoa! Wow, she's pretty.
I don't judge them. That's how I reacted when I met my English teacher. She was hot. Of course, Wendy doesn't like the teacher.
Stan?
But Stan soon embarrasses himself.
Okay, and you must be Stan Marsh.
Fortunately, I didn't throw up when I met my English teacher. Unfortunately for Stan, the kids revealed that he only throws up when he's in love. I'll just say poor Wendy. To change the romantic vibes, Professor Garrison's emergency is actually...
I have to admit I'm still embarrassed about getting a nose job, Tom. I didn't want people at school to know, so I told them I had herpes.
You shouldn't be embarrassed, Mr. Garrison. People have cosmetic surgery all the time. Before we start, this computer can help you pick what kind of nose you want.
The doctor presents him with several options, but he settles on the Baywatch star better known as the man who recently helped SpongeBob.
Wow! That's it! That's the nose I want!
Money buys beauty and beauty buys attention, and the ones fighting for the teacher's attention are the kids at recess.
You guys can stop fighting. It was me she was checking out until you puked on her.
Chef overhears the kids talking about how beautiful the substitute teacher is. Wendy tries to get the kids to see the ugliness in the teacher, but...
That's okay. You know what they say about women with one arm longer than the other? That's right.
As always, Chef sees the good and dirty sides of things. Wendy's jealousy escalates when the boys go up to buy the teacher a Valentine's Day gift, which causes Wendy to reminisce about nice times with Stan. How beautiful it is to be in love, though horrible is the love language of Stan, who the next day while watching the teacher's churro cutter repeats his crush habit when the teacher asks him to clean up the erasers.
I'd love to.
To Wendy's good fortune, Chef comes to woo the teacher by singing one of their respective songs. The teacher agrees to go out with him, but only to let him keep working. Of course, the kids are afraid of what Chef will do.
Ah, wig! Chef's gonna make sweet love to Miss Ellen!
What?
Even when the teacher agrees to go out with Chef, Wendy stays after school to set a record straight with Professor Garrison's understudy.
Don't f with me.
What?
You heard me. Stay away from my man, or I'll whoop your sorry whole ass back to last year.
I'd like to have one of those toxics for myself, but she must be of legal age, of course. After that confrontation, in the next class, the teacher receives gifts from the kids and in return, she surprises them with a surprise exam. But she motivates them to make an effort by telling them that whoever has the highest grade will have dinner with her. I will only say that it is quite rare for a teacher to have dinner with a student, but who cares if she's hot? I wish I could participate.
Dude, I aced that test. I'm gonna win that dinner with Miss Ellen. No, you're not. I don't think I missed any.
In the cafeteria, Wendy tries once again to get the boys to stop being in love with the teacher, this time using rather scatological arguments.
I was just in the bathroom, and Miss Ellen was in there taking the biggest dump I've ever seen.
No, she wasn't.
Yes, she was!
But Cartman puts Wendy in her place.
Hey, Wendy, Susie, you need to stop with this whole jealousy thing. Yeah, you're acting like a freak, Wendy. No, I'm not acting like a freak!
Fortunately for Wendy, the boys discover a discouraging truth about the teacher.
Don't you understand? She's a lesbian.
Unfortunately for Wendy, the boys have an idea to get the teacher's love even though she likes women.
Hey, man, if she only likes other lesbians, then all we gotta do is become lesbians too. Hey, yeah! You guys, you know what? My grandma was Dutch-Irish and my grandpa was lesbian. That makes me quarter lesbian.
Future lesbians aside, Professor Garrison takes off his post-op bandages and looks just like David Hasselhoff.
Wow, that's a pretty good nose job. What do you think, Mr. Hat? I think it looks great.
But let's get back to the guys who are trying to be lesbians.
What the hell are you doing, Cartman? My mom said if you want to become a lesbian, you have to lick carpet. Really?
And while the boys are trying to be lesbians, Wendy plans how to get rid of the teacher and get Stan back, so she decides to make a surprising change from Luke.
Wow. Hi, Wendy.
Oh, hi, Stan.
But unfortunately for Wendy, the teacher had the same idea.
Oh, Wendy, you wore black leather too. We're like sisters.
And to add to the bad news for Wendy, Professor Garrison announces that he will stop being a professor and become a gigolo because he's so handsome that the rich old ladies won't stop chasing him. Of course, the winner of the dinner is also announced, and of course, it's...
Oh, by the way, kids, the person who scored highest on the quiz and gets to have dinner on me is Stan.
And worst of all for Wendy is...
Oh, and Wendy, I almost forgot. We just got a call in the office. Your grandma just died.
What a day for Wendy. I would say she has a boyfriend who loves her to comfort her, but she only has a Stan who is a jerk, who doesn't have the slightest respect for Wendy during the dinner with the teacher.
You have to make love down by the fire. That's what Chef always says.
Stan, I'm your teacher, okay? We're only friends.
And like any good man, Stan doesn't stop trying.
It's because I'm not a lesbian, isn't it?
Oh boy.
It's definitely Randy's son, so stop wondering if Sharon really did have Randy's son. Even after being rejected, like all good men, Stan brags about something that didn't happen to his friends.
Did you make love? I think so. No way. Yup.
Although I'm not going to blame him, I mean the teacher took an 8-year-old boy who recently tried to be a lesbian to a quasi-romantic dinner that I thought was going to happen. Wendy accepts her defeat and apologizes to the teacher for her behavior, but the apology only makes the rumors of the affair between Stan and the teacher grow stronger.
Wendy, there's nothing between me and Stan.
That's not what we just heard.
Professor Garrison, who is not just making it up but has a real problem of harassment from multiple women, is beginning to regret having the operation.
We have to get the surgery again, Mr. Hat. I want to be the old me again.
Being handsome is a power that carries a great responsibility. That's why I don't show my true face in the videos. Who is about to uncover her true face is the teacher when some soldiers from Iraq arrive to interrupt the class.
I am Hakim Korashki of the mighty nation of Iraq. This woman is a traitor to our government.
It's a lie!
She has killed thousands and will kill again, I assure you.
Seeing that she has a somewhat perverted attitude with children, I wouldn't be surprised if she was an Iraqi assassin. I knew that so much beauty couldn't be real. Maybe my English teacher was also an Iraqi assassin. One day she just stopped coming. Too bad. Of course, the teacher tries to escape, but the children suffer the consequences of her attempt.
No! Get away from me!
Oh my God! She killed Kenny! You bastard!
And now Kenny joins the list of victims of Mr. Garrison's substitute teacher, who announces that she will be returning to teaching, which Wendy obviously celebrates.
Wow, what incredible irony!
Of course, now that Stan has lost his romance with the teacher, he decides to reconcile with Wendy, who readily accepts when she kisses him right on the lips, which provokes an amorous reaction from Stan. Even after that disgusting moment, Wendy still loves him because she knows that when Stan vomits on someone, it is because he's in love.
Carmen, are you still trying to become a lesbian?
Yeah, dude. My mom says all I have to do is chow on this box.
Who will no longer be a lesbian for long is a substitute teacher who is sent to the sun by the soldiers in Iraq.
Shut up!
Sunbathing by the pool is Wendy celebrating getting her man back and
Winnie, you didn't.
I told her, don't with Wendy Testaburger.
It seems that Wendy's the one who shows her true colors at the end of this episode, so stay away when Stan breaks Wendy's heart. First Cartman and now an innocent teacher, but now to make a change, let's look at the time Wendy finally got fed up with Stan. Raisins. This chapter can't start any other way than with Stan playing soccer with his friends in the schoolyard. Well, at least he's trying.
Right. What are we playing again?
Stan is also unaware of what he is playing when he receives sad news.
What?
Wendy breaks up with you.
Whoa, wait a minute. What did I do wrong? I haven't even talked to Wendy for weeks.
So the day finally came, Wendy got tired of Stan breaking her heart and did what every woman should do when a man doesn't treat her the way she deserves. Although looking at Stan's side, thank goodness he has his friends.
Fat ass, you guys are assholes.
Oh yeah? Well, at least we have assholes, you dumb girl.
Yeah, right.
The best friends that can exist, although it is still not enough for Stan because he goes into depression and cries everywhere in the city because his girlfriend, to whom he did not speak for weeks, left him. How unfortunate. After lamenting for several days, Stan decides to take matters into his own hands and get his wife back. To achieve this, he decides to send Carl to talk to Wendy like any self-respecting male.
God damn it. Wendy, Stan wants to know why you break up.
Look, Stan is really nice. I just don't want to be boyfriend and girlfriend anymore. I've been wanting to break up for a while, but it's nothing against him.
Okay.
This rather confusing answer is not enough for Stan, but Carl doesn't want to be his messenger anymore. So Stan decides to be a man, and this time he sends Jimmy to say romantic words to Wendy. Of course, Jimmy is a worse messenger than Kyle.
Yeah?
Stan says you're a cunt. You're a cunt. Stan says you're a cunt. Cunt.
Well, tell Stan off!
You're a cunt.
Once again, Stan broke Wendy's heart, although this time he didn't want to, but who told him to be a coward? Later, while the coward Stan cries inconsolably in his room, the boys show up to cheer him up, taking him to Pasitas, a feminist restaurant run only by women to serve only men, or rather boys.
Oh, I'm glad you guys came in. Everyone in here is such a loser, but you guys seem really cool. Here you go, guys. Lexus will be right with you.
What do you think, Stan? These girls are pretty cute, huh?
But Stan isn't attracted to waitresses, but Butters doesn't miss the opportunity to fall in love.
Great, I'll put your order in right now.
You guys, I think our Raisins girl likes me. She touched my back when she walked away. Did you see that?
Butters is a winner, but unfortunately Stan doesn't enjoy the place, so he asks the guys to leave. On their way out, Butters decides to say goodbye to the waitress.
When do you want to see me?
As soon as possible.
Oh my god! Here, we left you a tip already, but here's another $5.
How crazy is Butters? What a hunk. Who decides to be a hunk and be a man and get his wife back is Stan, and this time he decides to take matters into his own hands and send Wendy's friends to put in a good word for him. Fortunately for Wendy, BB is a good friend and rejects Stan's request, but she gives him some good advice.
If you really want a shot at getting her back, stand outside her window, hold a boombox over your head, and play Peter Gabriel.
Stan takes the advice and decides to go to Wendy's house to perform the most cliched romantic scene since Say Anything came out in '89, but it doesn't achieve the results Stan hoped for. Even I was hurt, and you know what the worst part is? That years later, Tolkien would also steal his best friend. Moving on to the present and switching to a real romantic relationship, Butters waits for his new girl to get off work, and for some reason she goes out with a security guard.
That problem?
Could you just help walk me to my bike?
Right.
Still, Butters manages to get a date with Lexus all week, and sure, the date is at the restaurant all week, but it's a date with a hot girl. Butters is a winner. On the other hand, the loser Stan is still crying for Wendy. Carl calls him a goth for suffering so much, and far from being offended or motivated to move forward, he decides to...
Alright, so how do I join you?
If you want to be one of the nonconformists, all you have to do is dress just like us and listen to the same music we do.
Okay.
Now Stan has found his new group that will make him get over his time with Wendy. Of course, his way of doing it doesn't go with the guts.
The pain is everlasting. I miss you so much, babe. Want to hold you in my arms again, girl. Want to—
Whoa, dude. Those last two lines aren't goth.
On top of being a bad boyfriend, he's also a bad goth. And if he continues down this path, he will be a bad son like his new friends.
Eddie and I just got your birthday present, but you can't see what it is till tomorrow.
You'd like to wait till I was dead, wouldn't you? You'd like to see the maggots eat my face.
Believe me, sometimes I miss the times when parents beat their children. If I had one, I would do it without any shame. Of course, I would ask my wife for permission. On the other hand, the best son anyone could have, Butters, has run out of money by giving it all to his girlfriend. And I don't blame him. If you want to love, you have to invest. That's the true shock mentality. Of course, when he goes to ask his parents for money to go out with Lexus, his parents seem pretty excited that their son has a girlfriend.
You see? I told you he wouldn't turn out gay.
All right, you win.
You see, Butters is a winner. His parents not only give him the money, but they also want to go meet their son's girlfriend. On the other hand, Carl is also going to meet Stan's new friends.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I had to see it to believe it. What the hell are you doing?
breathing deep the darkness that envelops my soul.
God damn it, dude. Your mom and dad want you to come home.
Now, Stan graduates to bad son and bad friend because although Kyle tries to put him out of his misery, Stan prefers to continue with his group of crybabies.
Then people shouldn't care about me, because I don't care about them. What's the point of caring when all it brings is pain?
For sure.
Fine. That's it. I give up. Have fun being miserable.
How can he feel so much pain over losing someone he didn't value? If that's how Stan gets with Wendy, I can't even imagine how Cartman will be if Carl dies someday. Returning to Pasitas, Butters takes his parents to the restaurant for the date with Lexus, and they see how the place is run and become concerned with Butters' relationship.
Oh boy, I think I know what's happened. Our son hasn't learned yet that girls will pretend to like him for money.
Oh, so women do that. I know why my mother keeps calling me. I won't pay for her meds anymore.
So if you can't be happy for us, you can just go to heck, Mom and Dad. Come on, Alexis. I'm moving out of my parents' house and I'm moving in with you. Let's blow this joint.
What are you talking about, kid? We are not boyfriend and girlfriend.
Butters is definitely another victim of Stan breaking Wendy's heart. None of this would have happened if he had treated her right. Poor Butters is always getting punished by others. Even I was heartbroken. Butters also goes into depression and cries all over town like Stan. He even meets Stan and his group of crybabies who invite him in. But Butters, although innocent, is much more emotionally intelligent.
Well, yeah, and I'm sad. But at the same time, I'm really happy that something can make me feel that sad. It's like, it makes me feel alive, you know? It makes me feel human.
Stan is moved by Butters' speech and decides to leave the gods and return to his real friends who help him be a man and accept his feelings for Wendy while they play soccer in the schoolyard.
Yeah, it still hurts a lot, but I just realized that there's gonna be a lot of painful times in life, so I better learn to deal with it the right way. Hey, Wendy! You're a token? Right here, buddy.
And so ends our review of the times that Stan broke Wendy's heart. Today we learned that we must know how to love women and know when a woman pretends to love us for money, or when a woman is so jealous that she sends a teacher innocent to the sun. In short, love is very crazy and more when we are children, so we must learn to accept those feelings and especially how to insult girls when they reject us.